Hi, do you know what causes the price of a stock to change on a daily basis? If you don't, make sure to stick around as we are starting right now. Understanding what moves the prices will help investors anticipate the move and make informed decisions. There are a number of factors that can cause the price to fluctuate, but price change occurs mainly due to two reasons. The first one is supply and demand. As discussed in my earlier video, the stock market is an online marketplace where buyers and sellers transact stocks. The transaction goes through only if buyers and sellers agree on the price. The price the buyer is willing to pay for a stock is called a bid, and the price at which the seller is willing to sell is called an ask. When the bid and ask matches, the transaction happens and a trade is made. Now, what happens if demand is high and supply is limited for a stock? The seller, realizing the fact that there is high demand, will increase the ask price, which will force the buyer to increase the bid price, and as a result, the price of the stock keeps climbing. Conversely, what happens if demand is low and supply is high for a stock? The buyer is in control and the seller has to come down on the ask price, which causes the price of the stock to fall. The second reason for price changes: news and events. How can news and events affect stocks? Guess what? News and events affects demand and supply and consequently affects the price of stocks. In March 2019, aviation authorities around the world grounded the Boeing 737 MAX passenger airliner after two new airlines crashed. Now, how will the stock price of Boeing react to this news? You guessed it right. The price of Boeing plummeted as investors flocked to exit their positions. In December of 2019, news came out that Boeing fired its CEO following the 737 MAX fiasco. Investors took this as great news for the company and the price of the stock mounted. In short, even with the fundamentals of the company remaining unchanged, the price of a stock varies with market sentiments, and based on the kind of investor you are, you may be exposed to different levels of risk. Considering the above factors, it is very important to identify what kind of an investor you want to be. Each individual is different and will have a unique risk profile. My investing style may not be the same as yours, so it is key to identify how you want to approach the markets. Based on the approach, each market participant can be classified to be either a trader or an investor. A trader is a person who likes to take advantage of daily fluctuations in stock prices. A trader usually has a short-term view on markets. He enters and exits his position on the same day or in a couple of days, and he does not carry risk overnight. On the other hand, an investor is a person who buys a stock expecting a significant appreciation in the stock. He invests in the company by looking at the company fundamentals and not just the price. The typical holding period of an investor usually runs into a few years. Now, in the investor category, there are two popular types of investors: growth and value investors. Growth investors look for companies with huge growth potential. A prime example would be the online used car retailer Carvana, whose stock is up over 200% in 2019. Investors stay invested for growth as these companies don't pay dividends during the growth phase. On the other hand, value investors look for great companies that are currently trading below their actual value due to a short-term market sentiment. In the backlash of Cambridge Analytica data scandal of 2018, Facebook was trading at a discount and investors who bought in at that time got great returns. By now, I hope you have a fair idea about the stock market and what affects the stock prices. It's time to head on to more advanced topics like analyzing financial statements. We will get to it very soon, but before that, I will walk you through the steps in opening a brokerage account in my next video. So stay tuned by subscribing to my channel, and if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Until we see next time, thanks for watching. Bye.